after that. And they go off to New Zealand.
Hi guys, welcome to another one. So for this episode, I'm doing the Springboks versus the Wallabies review. It's a review, yeah. For their past weekend game. It was played in Pretoria, here in South Africa. So it was played at Loftus, in a packed Loftus. We saw some jumbo jets fly over.
In South Africa and Australia. Well, here comes another flyover, roaring over Loftus Versfeld. They wouldn't have heard.
Yeah, you see the analysis from Eddie there. You know, lots of variation from the Wallabies. I don't think.
So it was a great atmosphere. It was a good setting for rugby. Really good weather also. Yeah, it was nice. It looks very nice when you're seeing it on TV. So it was a good start from both sides, guys. Both sides, good start, frantic start, energetic start. Yeah, just testing each other out with some few kicks over their lines, these teams. But it was the Boks who won the first penalty on the ground through Van Staden, and had a chance to register their first 3 points, but number 10 missed the Bok. But after all this frantic start, the Wallabies are the ones who actually scored the first 5-pointer, the try. Through Corey Bete on the fringes there. So what they did is, it was from a line of play, and then the ball went to the ground from the first phase. And then while the Springbok defense was still very compressed, the Wallabies spread it very wild quickly to the outside channel, and then they found space there, and Corey Bete broke through some few tackles to go score this try for the visiting team.
Solid defense by the Boks.
Wonderful read from Jean Klein that time, but Alan Alatoa was quick to pounce on a loose bouncing ball. Away by White for Cooper and Ikitau. Wonderful hands for it's a right, and then Korombete into the corner.
Yeah, Wallabies started well also. Yeah, they scored their first try. And then the game continued after this. Also, this Boks now in the 10 of events at their own time now. Chance to also have the multiple phases launching them at the Wallabies, and eventually the Wallabies considered a penalty, and the Boks again opted for a penalty for a kick to the Bok, and this time they scored their first 3 points. Early on, the Wallabies showed them good, strong defense, a very organized Wallabies, watertight defense there. But you could get answer, but the question was, can they maintain this for the whole 80 minutes? Because you know how the Springboks play, they mince you, and then they break through. After a few plays, the Boks got their first chance, and they managed to crack the Wallabies defense through a score from Kettle Arendse on the outside there, on the corner, close to the fringes there, close to the touchline. So what they did is the Boks had like multiple plays, carries inside the 15s, in the mid areas of the Wallabies defense, trying to almost like squeeze them into the center of the midfield, not the center, but the midline, the midfield. And then in the last 2 phases, they played the ball wide, and as a result, one of the last phase they found space there outside. And Kelly Arens was free. There was no one to tackle him or to defend against him, and they scored this try.
Kitsoff getting front football for South Africa here, and plenty over on the left. Mbonambi tops the ball out of the back. Lost backwards. Esterhuizen for Kirkley Arendse, who will stroll.
The ball protection on the ground from the Boks was very good. They were cleaning very well. They were disciplined, the Springboks. I must say, disciplined. They were very good. They looked very composed and very organized. The Springboks, there was no rustiness or anything. The Wallabies also had the chance inside the Springboks 22, but In one of their first play, Alator, one of their props, knocked the ball to the ground, and the ball was turned over to the Springboks.
And a first opportunity for Bunivalu. Well, that's been lost forward.
So opportunity wasted there by the Wallabies. The Springboks again followed with another try from Katley Arendse. So this try came from a line-out platform. So they had a line-out close to the Wallabies 22. And in the line-out, the ball came out to Marco van Staden, and he made a pass to Mbonambi, and Mbonambi passed the ball to Katley Arendse. It was like more like a side eye pass. So I saw him running, making a run across him, and then when he passed the ball, he was already there close to the touchline, and he went on to finish the try and score.
Some acrobatics from Marvin Ori, and then van Staden from Mbonambi, and Arendse!
Yeah, so after the score, there was really nothing much that happened up until the half-time. And the teams went to half-time, score Springboks 17, the Wallabies 5 points. There was a first half from the Springboks, I must say. They were dominant. They were willing to play from their own 22. They looked very different from the other Springboks we've seen in the past under this management. They looked very different. They looked like a team that's very much trying to balance out the physical game, kicking game with attack. They were trying to balance out here. We are seeing a Springbok team that's going through some evolution. They're changing a few things here. So the second half started, and the Springbok continued with their brutal attack, the brutal carries. They were very brutal, very blunt in their carries. Guys like Peter Steph du Toit, Marco van Staden, and Dwayne Vermeulen, they were brutal in their attacks, in their carries. They were just so physical, direct to the defenders, the Wallabies defenders. And in one of their power plays here, they managed to score a try through again Arendse. Yeah, it was one of those cases where you keep bruising the defense, and then eventually you compress it, and then you find space on the outside, and then they scored through Arendse.
Straight down for Reinach. Marco van Staden continues to carry strongly and at the heart of the Wallabies defence. Vermeulen. Important tackle made by Pete Samu. Quick ball for Reinach after the carry from Mbonambi. Lebok trying to pop under Esterhuizen into the half gap. Here's to Toy. Just unable to free his arms in the tackle, but another quick ruck for Reinach. And Arendse!
After this score, they came again, Box again with another score where they got they made a run out maul, and then when they driving this maul, it was collapsed illegal by Australia, and then they got a yellow. They got a penalty try, the Springboks, and the Australia got a yellow card in the process.
And straight into the action with a line-out take and a massive South African drive.
So the score now becomes Springboks 29, Wallabies 5. And from this now, you start to realize now, you see patterns now that once the Springboks open this kind of this point margin gap, they usually become a gravy train that just comes at you. Momentum is on their side. They come at you, and you really can't stop them. Even in the gain line, the Wallabies were just losing meters. Whenever contact zone, tackle, losing a meter, 2 meters. So it was not good for Australia, really. They were just going backwards there. And they were conceding too many penalties, also because they were under pressure now, the Wallabies, on the ground also. They were conceding, the discipline started to leave them a bit. The Boks started to bring in their substitutes after 60th minute. And they were also very physical, these guys, when they came in. Joseph Dweba, Tamen Willemse, Grant Williams, Vincent Koch, Achis Neyman, all these guys, when they came in, they were very good. They were very physical.
Reinach and Snyman brought down by Alatom. Klein peeling around the corner. He has relished his first opportunity in a Springbok jersey, and here is Grant Williams. So dangerous around the fringes of the ruck. Pick up from Snyman, and then Du Toit trying to make his way through. Vincent Koch waiting for the pop here, and has it with support from Thomas Du Toit. Williams again, Dweba driving the legs.
And from this physical play again, the Springboks got another penalty try again. And the Wallabies got a second yellow card. Yeah, it's not good for the Wallabies by this time. They are really taking a lot of hits now, the Wallabies. After minute 70, the Boks now, I said that they switched to another gear now. They were in another gear. They were just throwing their bodies at the Wallabies. You kind of start to feel sorry for the Wallabies now, because they are not defending. They are not doing any work on defending now. It's phase after phase of Springboks a siege at the Wallabies. Really, it just carries that are very hard. And in one of these plays, they scored another try again through Peter Steph Detroit. So yeah, that's a Springboks now. But towards the last 5 minutes of the game opened up a bit, and then the Wallabies scored the try. And then the score became 43 Wallabies and 12, 43 Springboks and 12 Wallabies, and the game ended. Yeah, it was very one-sided, this game. Very one-sided. The Springboks were dominant here. They were dominant. Yeah. Marco van Staden was very good with Dwayne Vermeulen. They were brilliant. The plan worked very well for the Springboks. They dominated the Wallabies. Very nice, yeah. They did very well. Lippok was very composed and got a few line breaks to go score. Arends was man of the match for this game. This was a very good game, guys. We saw a Springbok team that's going through a transition. Transitioning from a mostly physical kicking team to mostly now they are balancing things out now with a bit of flair and trying to unleash their skillful players that they have in the ranks, the Springboks. So we're gonna see more of this in future from the Springboks, I guess, in the World Cup. Also, this attack, this balanced game, and they're getting it right. Andre Esterhuizen was also very impressive in this game. He played very well. Yeah, he was very impressive. For the first time, I was very convinced that this is a guy at 12. He was very good. Very impressive. Thanks so much, guys. Enjoy.